Case? It's been around 15 minutes now since you told me you'd be going to the bathroom. Are you all right? The bus will be here in another 5 minutes or so. If you're not feeling all too well right now, we can cancel this honeymoon and go another time.
I'm out of the bathroom right now. I'll be back to you in just a second.
Case? Hey, the moment I got onto the bus, you told me you had to go back to the bathroom again. Are you sure you're all right? The toilet on this bus is pretty small, so I'm sure it's not comfortable for you in there, right? Did you eat something bad yesterday, or that's got you feeling so poorly? Do you want to go and see a doctor about it?
I'm alright, okay? It's not all that bad, actually. I should be out of here and coming back to my seat here soon, so don't worry.
Are you sure? If it's getting really bad for you, we can go to a local clinic and have them see if you need any medication.
Alright. Sorry for getting you all worked up over me.
I'm sorry for constantly checking up on you.
What?
That toilet you were just in was the one on the left side of the bus, right?
What? Why do you ask?
The person in front of me is saying that there were some strange noises coming from that toilet when they walked back there. As though there was a guy and a girl in there.
What? What are they talking about? And that's not for me. I was going to go into that toilet, but it was locked, and so I went to the toilet on the right side of the bus instead. I know for a fact that I'm not in that toilet right now. So you don't have to be worried about those noises coming from me.
I see. Well, as long as everything's all right back there.
Wow, I can't believe that the toilet on the left side of the bus has noises like that coming from it right now. I'm surprised I can't hear anything right now. I'm coming back to my seat right now, by the way.
All right. Aunt May, do you have a second to talk with me? What? Is that you, Sarah? What's going on? We are supposed to be meeting in the hotel's lobby tonight, right? Is it really all right for you to be texting me now when we can meet later today? You are on your honeymoon right now, so I think it's best you enjoy this time with your husband. Well, about my husband. He isn't feeling all too well right now. What? Oh, no way. He's told me that he has some medicine he can take to help ease some of his stomach pain and that he'll just sleep for the rest of the day in the hotel room. But all of that is a lie. What do you mean? He was already telling me about how it would be better to just send him home and enjoy this trip by myself, considering it's a waste of money being at this hotel with him being in such a bad state. But then why did he come all the way out here in the first place when he was feeling bad before we left? And why is he sending me out of the hotel room when I can just relax in there with him while he sleeps? Well, I know why. Just 10 minutes ago, I saw him walking my little sister into the room. And as I walked up to listen through the door, I could hear the both of them moaning. What? You're talking about June then, right? I always heard stories about how much she's loved to sleep around, but I never thought she'd get to your own husband like that. And during your honeymoon of all times. That's what I'm saying. The only reason I was able to see him walking my sister in there in the first place is because I forgot my sun hat, and so I came back to grab it. Perhaps that could be considered a stroke of luck, having my timing match theirs. Or maybe it's bad luck. I opened the door just a little to make sure the person I really saw was June, and they were too busy getting it on in the bed to notice me peering through the crack in the door. This is too crazy. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I think that June snuck onto that bus with Case and I as well. The whole way out here, things were so strange, and I was starting to really think Case was up to something. I don't even want to know what was going on in the bus. Are you going to be all right, Sarah? Well, let's just see what I can do about this. I have some time on my hands right now, so how about we meet up early and talk about what to do next? Are you all right with that? You wouldn't want to be all alone after witnessing something as insane as that, right? I'm sure there are plenty of things I can help with as well. So please, let me come see you and we can talk all this through in more detail and make a plan. Thank you, Aunt May. Where are you right now? I'm just walking back and forth outside the hotel, trying to keep my mind off what I just saw. Then I'm going to start heading back there right now. Can you meet me over by the tennis courts on the east side of the resort? It'll take me around 30 minutes to get back there, so you can take your time walking to that area. Is that all right? Yeah. While you're on your way back, I'll get some things taken care of that need to be dealt with. What things are you talking about? I just want to talk with some other people that need to know what I've seen is all. Ah, I see. I'll see you in a little over 30 minutes then. See you soon. Case, how's your stomach feeling right now?
Right. It is still causing me a little trouble and churning quite a bit, but I think I'm past the point where it was going to hurt the most. I'm sure the medicine is helping break things up in there a lot, as I haven't had to go to the bathroom as much anymore.
I see.
What have you been up to? Around this time, we were supposed to be going to the gardens or something like that, right?
I'm out with Aunt May and doing a couple of things.
Ah, she came along on this trip as well, right? I forgot that they had been wanting to come to a place like this as well, and made the choice to come during our honeymoon. Well, I'm glad you have had someone to spend the day with.
That's right.
By the way, we were supposed to be meeting with her tonight in the hotel lobby, right? Why don't the two of you just go out to eat dinner without coming back here for me?
What are you going to do then, Case?
I'll order something small with room service. I'm honestly not too hungry right now. So maybe just a small bowl of ice cream, and then I'm going back to sleep. I feel as though another good round of sleep will fix the stomach ache up for me. So if you just go out and have dinner with Aunt May, then that would give me the rest of the evening to relax.
I see. Then once I've had dinner with Aunt May, I'm heading all the way back home by myself.
What?
Well, if you're going to keep it up with that behavior, there's no real need to call all of this our honeymoon, right? I don't really want to be going around by myself seeing all the sights when it was supposed to be about you and I. So I'll head back to the house and relax by myself there.
Wait, I'm sure that by tomorrow I'll be feeling a whole lot better again.
Nope, I'm going home. There's no point in calling this a honeymoon trip anymore, now is there?
Huh? What are you trying to get at there, Sarah?
I'm going to go back out with Aunt May, have some dinner with her, and then head home.
Hey, listen to me. You're just going to head home by yourself and abandon your new husband out here when he's feeling sick? That's pretty messed up of you to just leave your sick husband here in a place he knows nothing about. To go home by yourself.
I am sure it's not me who's the messed up one here.
What the heck is all of this about? You're a freaking jerk for canceling this honeymoon without asking me first, and then leaving me here when I have a stomachache. Hey!
Oh, it's you again, Case?
Don't tell me that you're actually heading home soon.
Well, I am. There were some seats left on the last bus leaving here today, so that's what I'll be riding on.
Huh?
I'm on my way to the bus terminal right now, with Aunt May, of course.
Huh?
You go ahead and do whatever you please there at the resort.
What are you talking about? This is supposed to be yours and my honeymoon. Why would you leave right in the middle of it when I'm just getting back to my normal self and want to have fun with you? Why are you just leaving me here without a care in the world?
Do I really have to give you the reason for why this is?
You want to go home because I became a little sick for a day or two, and it was no fun for you, right? I'm sorry that I ended up getting this sick, but you were the one that left me in this room all day long by myself with no company at all. You're screwed up, Sarah.
Ugh. So that's the reason you think I'm leaving you to go back to the house?
What other reason would there frickin' be right now?
How about the reason of you and my little sister getting it on in the hotel room today?
What?
Back when we were on our way out here on the bus, there were some things going on that made me a little concerned.
Sarah?
Back when the guy sitting in front of me on the bus said something about strange noises coming out of the toilet on the left side of the bus. That was you and June, right?
And
don't tell me the same thing was going on with you two in the bathroom before you and I got on the bus.
Why would you bring something like that up? Did June say anything to you yesterday or today?
Listen, Case, I know what's happened, so give it up trying to convince me otherwise.
What?
This morning, after you told me to leave the room and go do some things by myself, I forgot my hat and went back up to the room to go and get it.
What?
You both didn't seem to notice anything at the time because you were too busy humping each other. But that's when I saw with my own eyes that you were doing my little sister. I was looking through a crack in the door I made by opening it ever so slightly. She was riding on top of you for a bit before you both rolled over and kept going at it under the covers.
You're lying.
Oh, I sat there listening and watching for close to 10 minutes because I couldn't believe my eyes and had to keep checking again to make sure what I was looking at was actually real. I'm sure that June is staying at the same resort right now. If she wasn't, then there would have been no way of her getting into the resort and up to our room that quickly, right?
No, wait,
In other words, since the beginning, you and her have been planning on going to the same resort at the same time during our honeymoon so that you both could play around. Right?
Well,
I'm going to find out all the finer details in this from here on. And it would help me out a lot if you would just confess to what you've done here. And to make that happen, there will be a lot of people showing up to your room really soon.
a lot of people showing up to this room? Here?
I don't want to see you in person for a little while now, so I'll leave it up to all of them to get the information I need.
What are you going on about? What? Hey, Sarah, why are both my parents and your parents here right now? Why were they all allowed to come into this resort? We are way too far away from home for all of them to have made it out here this quickly.
Wait, did you totally forget or something? To join in on some of the fun we were going to have, our parents all got together and planned a trip out for themselves to come to this area as well.
What?
They wanted to have some good family bonding time as well, since you and I just married, so they booked rooms at a resort just down the road. But when they heard the news from me about what I'd seen, they all got into their rental van and started to make their way over to the resort you're at.
What? Huh?
They were also able to make a last-minute change to stay at that resort tonight. Since both the resorts on the street are owned by the same company and are able to do things like that for their guests.
What?
It also helps that Aunt May has a friend working for that resort. She had a word with that friend of hers and told them everything they needed to know. So that friend went ahead and made sure to give our parents the large suite room in order for you all to sit down and have a nice long meeting.
Wait.
So now that you're aware of that, tonight will be a blast for you. Both you and June will be able to have a seat in that room with all four of them and take it up your butts.
Are you freaking kidding me, Sarah? Sarah, I made sure to get that settlement into your bank account. The divorce paperwork has all been handed into the courthouse as well.
Is that right? Thank you so much for letting me know.
Well, now that I've thought about it, this divorce is perfect for me.
Why is that?
Well, now I'll be able to marry your little sister instead. Tomorrow, I'm going to go and propose to her, and then from there, her and I can run over to the courthouse again and get married.
So you're going right back for more then?
I may have lost my parents because of what happened, But as long as I have a young and cute-looking wife like June in my life, I'll be just fine. I'll be perfect, actually.
That might not be happening though, Case.
Why do you say that?
Because June is already married.
Huh?
From what I've heard, she already gave birth to the son of a truly top-notch CEO who's making over $1.5 million a year. So after giving birth to his son, they both tied the knot and are now considered husband and wife.
What did you just say? She got married to another man? Even though I went and paid for both the settlement you asked for me and the settlement you asked from her? She just left me now?
Did you really think you were the only man she was getting love from? I'm not sure what made you think that about her, but for the longest time now, she's been a real whore.
What?
Ever since high school, I think, she's been sleeping around with pretty much any man she could land. There were times she'd call them her boyfriends or something, but that would mean at some points she had 3 boyfriends at a time.
What the actual heck?
I'm sure that since she just got married, she's gone and ended all those other relationships she was having.
I never heard anything about this stuff, though.
I think she was waiting until after you paid both of your settlements to me before she would say anything.
That frickin' whore.
Well, along with myself, my parents have also gone and cut ties to my little sister. So now you both mean nothing to us. Good luck trying to figure out the situation you've gotten yourself into now, Case. Goodbye. After that, Case went and found the company of June's husband and ran in there making a huge scene. This led to June's husband finding out about all the men June had been with before, and so he had a DNA test done on his baby that she recently had. It turned out that the baby was Case's. This led to June then being divorced by her husband and him getting a settlement from her, and Case was also given a bill for all the things in that man's office building that he went and broke in his rage. However, even after all of that, Case still wanted to be with June, and so those two handed in their marriage form. As of right now, those two are working hard to make up all the money they need to pay off all their debt. But while that's happening, June is still finding ways to go back out with other men. Case is very much aware of what she's doing, but for some reason he doesn't want a divorce and just ignores all of it. Even more recently, things between those two have become so divided that they sleep on opposite sides of the house from one another. Because of this, it seems like the place is a very bad environment for their baby, and so my parents and I have talked about taking it away from them. Time will only tell what happens next, but I just hope nothing happens to harm that whore's baby.
Hey, Anna. The company are holding a welcome party especially for me tonight, so I need you to do my work for me, okay?
Huh? I'm sorry, Rachel, but I'm almost ready to clock off for the day. My friend's waiting outside in the car.
Excuse me? Did you just defy me? Because it sounds a lot like you just defied me. You only work part-time. Surely you can be flexible enough to cover me just for tonight. You do know I work full-time at this company, right?
I told you before, I'm not a part-timer. I just have a temporary reduction in working hours to look after my son.
Whatever, I don't need to hear about all the minor details of your private life. Unlike salaried full-timers like myself, part-timers get paid in proportion to the hours they work, so you should be thanking me for kindly giving you the opportunity to make more money.
I'm going home.
What did you just say? Oh, no, you're not.
I'll be showing up at the newbie welcome party at the bar the company hired out later on after my friend takes me to pick up my son from the daycare center before taking him to stay with my parents for the night. I'll probably see you there.
Wait, what? You're coming to the party too? But I never invited you.
I don't need an invite from you. We work at the same company and you're not even a manager. Anyway, I'm cutting it close already, so I really need to head off.
You're not invited to the newcomer welcome party, you filthy part-time old hag. I might not officially be your superior, but there's an unspoken rule that full-time employees call the shots over part-time filth. You should know your place, woman. Gross. I can't believe you actually had the nerve to show up at the welcome party. I mean, seriously? Oh, and another thing. I thought of this at work today, too. But why the hell are you so buddy-buddy with the CEO? Seeing you laugh and joke together like that makes my skin crawl. I saw you eating lunch with him in the office cafeteria, too. You even show up to work with him in the mornings. You should know better. Don't you have a husband and a kid? What disgusting behavior. Have you no shame flirting with the CEO like some goddamn loved-up high school student like that? Someone really ought to teach you a lesson. If he's desperate enough to take a worn-out bimbo like you up on your advances, he'd be better off going with someone younger and more beautiful on a full-time contract. Someone like me. I have more of a right to get along with the CEO than you do. I mean, really. Who the heck do you think you are, showing up to the newbie welcome party on a part-time contract? You do not get to rub shoulders with those of us who actually work hard. Oh, looky, I just saw you go to the toilet. This is my chance. I'll have you out of this party if it's the last thing I do. Don't say I didn't warn you, bitch. You did the right thing by taking your belongings with you to the toilet. There's no need for you to come back to the bar now. It was so kind of you to get ready to leave like that before I even said anything. You sure do crack me up, Anna. I'm in such a great mood right now. Do you mind if I say it one more time? Don't say I didn't warn you, bitch. Rachel, give me back my purse. Oh, did you finally notice? When did you steal it? Steal? Oh my God, how could you accuse me of something so horrible? Remember when you got all flustered when I poured water all over you in the toilets? I caught a glimpse of your luxury branded purse when you were rummaging through your handbag to find something to wipe yourself down with, and, well, what can I say? I took my opportunity while you were distracted. You obviously have no right to own something so expensive while working on a part-time contract, so I figured I'd teach you a little lesson. I'll be looking after your purse for a while. Your money will pay for my drinks at the next bar. What? Drinks are on you tonight. Oh, but don't worry. I'll give you back whatever small change is left tomorrow after work. As for the purse itself, I'll have to keep it because we simply cannot have a lowly part-time filth like you owning something this nice. I've kindly decided to give you my cute little purse in exchange. All right, that settles it. Since we're doing a fair exchange, you can't accuse me of stealing anymore, right? Rachel, please stop this at once. My husband gave me that purse for my birthday. Please give it back. Oopsie, no can do, sweetie. Anyway, how the hell do you expect to come back to the bar in that sorry state? You look like a drowned rat after I poured that bucket of water over your head in the toilets. Hurry up and go home and change your brat's diapers or something. Craig.
Anna, what's going on? Is everything okay? Where did you disappear to after going to the toilet?
You need to be careful around Rachel.
Huh? What do you mean? She's that new girl, right?
She's dangerous. She followed me into the toilets, came up from behind me, and poured a bucket of cold water over my head.
What the hell?
That's not all. She took my purse from my handbag when I was trying to dry myself off.
Your purse? Is she insane? That's theft, plain and simple.
That purse was a gift from my husband, and she seems to have taken a liking to it. She said she's going to give me back the contents tomorrow at the office, but intends on keeping the purse itself, apparently. She also told me she'll be using my money to buy herself drinks at the next bar you guys go to.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is wrong with her? Does she not realize how outrageously she's behaving?
Sadly, no. She seems to have precisely zero awareness of how unacceptable her actions are.
Holy Mother of God. Where the heck do we find these people? I'm starting to have serious doubts about the hiring team.
Anyway, I'm heading home now. I'm soaking wet after her little bucket stunt, and if I show up to meet you guys again, she'll probably just do something else to me. I don't want to cause any confusion and let her ruin the party any more than she already has.
Right. I generally don't think it's a good idea to negotiate with terrorists, but practically speaking, now might be a good time for a temporary tactical retreat. Her days are numbered now anyway.
On that note, can I leave the rest to you?
Of course. Say no more, sis.
Thanks, Craig. I'm counting on you.
Hey, bitch face. Hello, Anna. Excuse me, I'm talking to you. Hey. Why the hell didn't you tell me? You never told me you were the CEO's little sister. You have an obligation to tell me things like that, damn it. Aha, I knew it. So you did forget. Forget what? I don't know what the crap you're talking about.
Remember when I introduced myself to you on your first day? Hi there, Rachel. My name's Anna. I'm Craig's sister.
What? But I don't remember that.
Obviously, I didn't say it because I had any intention of imposing myself over you or abusing my position in any way. I just thought helping you understand the social dynamics at the office might make you feel more at home.
But if you're the CEO's sister, why the hell do you always get to go home early? Or, wait, is that why? If you didn't leave early all the time, I wouldn't have mistook you for a freaking part-timer. Ugh. According to the CEO, you've been here for a whole 7 years? I know what's going on here, Anna. There's only one reason you'd get to leave before everyone else. You're getting special treatment because you're the CEO's sister, aren't you? You make me sick. You're abusing the fact that you're related to the boss to enjoy special privileges in the workplace. I'll report you to corporate ethics. No, the police. You deceptive, good-for-nothing lowlife.
Shall I say it again? Okay, I'll say it again. Are you ready? Here it comes. I'm on reduced working hours.
I know what that means. It means you get to go home before everyone else, including part-time scum, which is not fair.
Ah, I see. So that's where you got confused. You don't know, do you?
Confused about what? What don't I know?
Reduced working hours refers to a specific system all companies are legally obliged to implement and provide all employees access to, provided they meet certain conditions.
Huh? A system?
Reduced working hours is a system implemented by the Department of Labor in accordance with rigorous legal standards to ensure that all employees have access to adequate time off in the event that they're required to care for children or elderly persons such that a balance between work and private life may be achieved. I recently came back from my maternity leave, but I have to get home early because my son's still very young, which is why I decided to use the system. Basically, I don't go home early because I'm the CEO's sister. I go home early because I meet the conditions required to qualify for the reduced working hours system due to my obligation to look after my son.
Oh, really?
You didn't read our company regulations, did you?
Does anyone actually read that crap? They're long, boring, and I don't even understand half the words.
You don't have to study them in depth. Even a brief read-through would have been enough to get a basic grasp of the reduced working hours system. Besides, even forgetting that, didn't someone go over stuff like that with you during your introduction? I'm sure they did. You probably just weren't listening.
Like hell I'm gonna remember pointless details like that.
It's time for you to give me back my purse, Rachel.
No, I want it. It's really nice, and I am so not giving it back. Nuh-uh. Actually, the CEO confiscated it, but would you mind getting him to give it back to me? I really like that purse.
Like I said before, my husband gave me that purse for my birthday. Anyway, why are you so obsessed with it?
Because it's the newest item in Louis Vuitton's Vogue lineup. All the celebs are wearing it. I must have it.
Huh?
It's limited edition and won't be available for much longer. I've never seen one in real life before, and I am not going to throw away this opportunity to have it for myself.
What on earth are you talking about? Maybe you should get your eyesight checked out, because that purse is nothing but an old leather bag that my husband's leatherworker friend made into a purse as a favor.
Huh? A bag?
I mean, I guess it's not a surprise that you've never seen a purse like it before. Because it probably is the only one of its kind in the world, what with being made of a few old pieces of leather by my husband's friend. But it most certainly isn't an expensive brand, and it isn't as precious or valuable as you seem to think.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Anyway, Rachel, I'm pretty sure you have more serious things to be worried about than my purse.
Huh? Like what? didn't my brother tell you at the newcomer's welcome party? You know, that you're fired? Oh my god, what? Me? Fired? You really do never listen to anything anyone says to you, huh? Why would I get fired? I haven't done anything fireable. If you don't think pouring a bucket of water over my head and stealing my purse constitutes a fireable offense, I don't know what to say to you. Anyone with an ounce of common sense would understand that we simply cannot afford to keep somebody as dangerous as you at the company. Your official notification of dismissal will be arriving in the post shortly. I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on, I swear. Sadly for you, society isn't forgiving enough for that from now on to materialize. You have no future at this company, Rachel, and the sooner you accept that, the better. Can't you just do something to make this go away? You're the CEO's sister, for crying out loud. Won't you tell him you forgive me? And why exactly would I do that? What? My son's starting to get unsettled. Maybe he can sense the fact his mom's talking to an unhinged lunatic with less common sense than a sack of potatoes. Goodbye, Rachel. What? No, please. No. This cannot be happening. Ugh, my life wasn't supposed to go this way. Are you freaking kidding me? I can't believe you filed criminal charges against me. You have to stop this, please. Losing my job was bad enough. My life is over if I get a criminal record. Not only that, but my mom and dad found out about what I did and they are furious. My dad was so mad he threw a plate of spaghetti at me when I went home today, and if I didn't duck as fast as I did, I would have been a goner. Hey! Quit ignoring me. How can you live with yourself? You're evil. You have mental problems. How can you be so arrogant? You think you get to go through life doing whatever the hell you want to whoever you want, huh? Well, listen to me, bitch. Your husband and son are gonna abandon you one day if you keep this up. Mark my words. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'll be taking your husband for myself. A little birdie told me he just so happens to be the hot young sales manager at Globex Trading Corporation. I met him at that client meeting that time back when I was at the company. He's as handsome as they come, which makes him a perfect match for a busty stunner like me. He's guaranteed to leave you one day, so I may as well take him early while he still has plenty of love-making years left in the tank. With your husband on my arm, I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I get a hunky young stallion to keep me entertained in the bedroom, and I get out of having to pay you compensation because he's rich. Anna! Pick up the goddamn phone already! A message from my husband. Ooh, what is it? Is he gonna propose to me? Who the heck would want to marry a loudmouthed bimbo like you? Huh? If you have anything else to say to me, contact my lawyer. Goodbye. No, wait! You and your asshole husband deserve each other. You'll pay for this, bitch! Ugh! You may remember my brother Craig asking the salient question of, where the heck do we find these people? And it just so happens that I found out later on that Rachel was in fact hired through nepotism when her uncle in HR fast-tracked her through the hiring process. When I heard that, her insufferable arrogance suddenly made perfect sense. As for her reprobate uncle in HR, he was demoted and took a sizable pay cut for his misdeed. As for Rachel herself, she showed no remorse and clearly had no intention of changing her ways, and if anything got worse, so I had no choice but to file criminal charges. I did receive an offer from her parents to settle out of court after they showed up looking embarrassed outside my house one day, but the color drained from their faces and was replaced by a look of sheer despondency when I showed them the chat logs. In an instant, they changed their minds on the out-of-court settlement and vehemently encouraged me to press charges before agreeing to pay me my compensation in one lump sum. Having a criminal record is probably going to make Rachel's life pretty difficult from here on out. But to be frank, that's not my problem.
According to her mom and dad, her life going forward will consist of nothing but forced labor, constant supervision, and a 5 p.m. curfew, which means I'll probably never see her again.